Supreme Lord, eternal truth, let us obey thee alone and live according to truth. Namaste, good morning, hearty welcome all of you. Today we will have a discussion on transformation. The topic of today's spiritual discussion is on transformation. As we know, Sri Aurobindo speaks of this yoga. As we know, this is the yoga of transformation. In little bit deeply, if we consider, this yoga is the yoga of transformation and perfection. And for this transformation, Sri Aurobindo speaks of all new creation and transformation is the work of the mother. So this divine mother is there in charge, solely in charge of the transformation and perfection. This new creation and transformation is the work of the mother. So this yoga is the yoga of the supramental transformation and perfection. So we are going to have a little discussion, brief discussion on this topic on transformation in the lights of Sri Aurobindo's writing. As we normally know, this transformation means this form, it has to disappear and a new form has to appear. So this form, what is existing now, it has to appear and a new form has to come. We can give a bright example on this line. Suppose we know this caterpillar, it changes into the butterfly. This is the example normally people give up. In science also we have seen a thought, we have planned, and we have also known this transformation. This is the bright example we can give here. For many years these trees, they got drowned they go inside the earth, and after a long gap, means after many years, these trees, they get transformed into coal. This is the semi transformation. And still another, if we can keep this coal under the ground for many years later, for more years, then this coal will be permanently transformed into the diamond. So diamond is the permanent transformed state of these trees which were actually bruised under the water, under the ground, digged in the ground. It was under the ground, transformed to diamond via coal. In this yoga, what Sri Aurobindo stresses of, the mind of night has to be transformed into the mind of light. Mind of night, capital N, night, that has to be transformed into the mind of light. Sri Aurobindo, in the process of yoga, in the process of sadhana, he has made this point of definition on transformation. He has achieved it. Sri Aurobindo writes in his one words in Savitri, we have seen, the bounded mind became an boundless light. The finite is self-mated with the infinity. Two things he has given. One, bounded mind became the boundless light. Bounded became boundless. Mind became the light. And finite is self, that here we are existing in the finite forms. Originally it was infinity, but now itself become bounded in a small sphere. This is bounded. Finite life became the infinity. So we will have a little short discussion. We will go into the topic in detail on transformation now. This is not a hope but a certitude, Sri Aurobindo speaks of. It is not a hope but a certitude that the complete transformation of the nature will take place. Here he speaks of the complete outward nature and the inward nature. He speaks of it is not a hope but a certitude that the complete transformation of the nature will take place. Second one, the secret of the transformation lies in the transference of our center of living to a higher consciousness. Very beautiful things, delicately it is defined. Sri Aurobindo writes cautiously, Sri Aurobindo consciously defines, the secret of the transformation lies in the transformation of our center of living. Our center of living, it has to be transformed. It is now to a higher consciousness. Now this is lying in a lower consciousness, and it has to be raised it has the transference, it has to transfer the transference of our center of living to a higher consciousness, and in a change of our main power of living we are here. This main power of living and this center of living has to be elevated, to be transferred. There will be a transference to a higher consciousness. Next, Sri Aurobindo speaks of the transformation of the body must be the condition of the total transformation of the nature. Initially, we have seen the complete transformation of the nature will take place. It is a certitude, not a hope. Sri Aurobindo speaks complete change of the nature. Next, Sri Aurobindo here clarifies. He explains us a transformation of the body. Transformation of the body must be a essential condition. Must be the condition for the total transformation of the nature. For this total transformation of the nature, the transformation of the body is essential. Transformation can only be done by a force infinitely greater than your own. This transformation can never be done without an unaided effort. So, one power that dwells upon the heights, it has to come, that power, that light has to come down, it has to act upon us, then this transformation may be possible. Without an unaided effort, this transformation can never be done. This is the supramental transformation he speaks of. This is the condition of the transformation of body, it is essential for the entire transformation of the nature. Sri Aurobindo once again speaks of nobody can transform himself by his unaided effort. With his effort, it is not possible. Without an unaided effort, this transformation can be done for nobody. Nobody can have transform himself by his own unaided effort. So, one aided effort from the top, this power and light which is residing on the top, it has to come down and it has to work with this performance, with its aid, only this transformation can be possible only. Then also Sri Aurobindo speaks of about the transformation. Sri Aurobindo speaks of another couple of words. Supermind can alone transform the lower nature. Here there is a upper hemisphere, upper nature, and here is the lower nature where we are residing here. So supermind alone can transform the lower nature, nothing else, only the supermind. But here we are staying only in the mind, which is the most so inferior part of the supermind here staying. So when the supermind will descend his presence, supermind can only transform the lower nature. And also one definition Sri Aurobindo has quoted in Savitri, very beautiful definition. When Superman is born as the nature's king, his presence shall transfigure the matter's world. So there is a good comparison we can bring up. Suppose take the nature as the base for a comparison. Now the man who claims the so far the finest animal, man claims himself the so far the finest animal. So this finest animal residing at the top, with respect to nature, he is still a child in nature's mighty hands, but claims, but prides, makes egoistic demands that they are the topmost, they are at the topmost layer. Sri Aurobindo speaks of still these people who claim, who shows ego, they are still a child in nature's mighty hands. We are incapable resisting corona, under droughts, under heavy that tempest and all coming, all storms, we are unable of checking it. Still then we claim we are at the best, we are at the peakmost region we are staying up. Sri Aurobindo speaks of this is the only the nature, still a child in nature's mighty hand. But when Superman will descend, when Superman is born as the nature's king, his presence shall transfigure the matter's world. This matter's world shall be transfigured with the descent of the Superman as the king of the nature. Here Sri Aurobindo speaks, this supermind alone can transform the lower nature. If there is no surrender, there can be no transformation of the whole being. So for this transformation of the entire being, the whole being, surrender is essential. Love and bhakti and surrender, these are the aspects. Without surrender, there can be no transformation of the whole being. One beautiful rememberable definition of on life Sri Aurobindo has sketched in form of transformation. Our life on this earth is a divine poem. Our life on this earth is a divine poem, and we are transforming it into earthly language. This life is only a divine form, divine poem, and we are here. Our duty is here. We are doing the transforming. We are doing the thing up. We are transforming into earthly language. Once again, about the supramental yoga, Sri Aurobindo speaks. The yoga is not the means of rejection of powers of life. It is not to reject the powers of life, but it is but an inner transformation of the change of spirit in life. So we are not rejecting anything. We are just transforming the lower nature into their higher nature. This center of consciousness will be transferred to the higher consciousness. These powers which are helpless here, that has to be transformed to with the light and power of the supreme to a higher consciousness and higher power of living. Sri Aurobindo speaks of in another word also, when we have passed beyond individualizing. Very about transformation, Sri Aurobindo quotes very nicely quotes here. When we have passed beyond individualizing, then we can be real persons. When we have passed beyond individualizing, then we shall be real person. In another terms, Sri Aurobindo also quotes here, very nicely Sri Aurobindo quotes here, that cruelty transformed becomes love, that is inseparable ecstasy. Cruelty transformed becomes love, that is inseparable ecstasy. Death transformed becomes life, that is immortality. Very beautiful observation Sri Aurobindo quotes here. Death transformed becomes life, that is immortality. In also ignorance, Sri Aurobindo has quoted very nicely. Sri Aurobindo has quoted here, the ignorance has to be extinguished in order that the truth may manifest. For the manifestation of the truth, ignorance has to be extinguished. There is no place of ignorance here, and the ignorance, if this ignorance is transformed, the ignorance transmuted becomes light that lives beyond wisdom and knowledge. So we can see here couple of transformations here in the normal example. We can take the transformation of mother and Sri Aurobindo in our own leg. In their own words, we can see how this transformation has taken place. About the Lord, it built his soul into a statued God. Soul we have never seen, we see this is actually immortal, a spark of the divine, it can't be destroyed. But Sri Aurobindo speaks of, it built his soul into the statued God. About the mother's transformation, Sri Aurobindo speaks of, my unwept tears I have turned. My unwept tears, that are the tears that are not wept. My unwept tears I have transformed. I have turned my ill-shaped brittle clay into the hardness of a statued soul. Just imagine soul in both cases. Soul we can see, we can observe, but it has been turned into the statued God Sri Aurobindo speaks of. Then we will say a couple of lines from Savitri, how this transformation is possible. Sri Aurobindo speaks on an imperishable force touching brute things transformed earth's death into immortal life. An imperishable force is imperishable, transforms touching the brute things that are brute, transformed earth's death into immortal life. Sri Aurobindo speaks of, earth must transform herself and equal heaven, or heaven descend into earth's mortal state. Sri Aurobindo speaks of this thing as very high spiritual change. For this change, psychic has to come out, step into common nature's crowded room, rule earth, mind and life, so that this transformation will take place. Thank you.